if you know, you know.
It's TCA in stereo.
From the city to the lake, we make a noise.
It's TCA summer sessions. It's TCA summer sessions. It's TCA summer sessions. Let's go. It's TCA summer sessions. It's TCA summer sessions. It's TCA summer sessions. Let's go. Let's go.
Appreciate you coming back in here, man. This has been a conversation I was looking forward to having for quite a while, and thus I stretched it out quite a bit, turned it into multiple episodes. I know as a content creator yourself, you start to look for, could that be its own thing? What could I turn that into? How do I spin some things around? You were kind enough to come back today. Appreciate it, man.
It's my pleasure. You're not actually that far from me, so it's like it's a hop.
Are you in the
skip, and a
neighborhood?
jump.
Yeah, okay.
Ish.
Yeah. Okay. See, over the course of the last few weeks here in the studio, I had to have my floor replaced in the studio.
Oh, no way.
Just outside the door, the hallway
That I
is in the
noticed.
middle of being replaced.
I
It's
saw
not
that,
done
yeah.
yet. And outside my building.
Boy, did I notice that coming
That's
in.
downtown Fallujah at the moment, man. Like, this is everywhere I turn this summer. It's a bit of a mess.
That's fucking hilarious. I like Ubered over here,
Yeah.
and it was just like, where
Where am I?
happened to this street? So I appreciate you calling that out. That's
Yeah,
very funny.
It's all going down, man.
However bad at home you're listening, however bad you think it could be, it's 10 times worse.
At every level,
was
outside
like,
the building,
where am
inside
I?
the building,
I've
inside
been
the
here
unit. Yes,
4 or 5 times, and it's never like
this
this.
is it, man.
Yeah.
It's not a good scene, but you
Glad
were
I
kind
made
enough
it.
to come back and do it twice.
Of
so
course.
We are gonna have the same thing we had yesterday because I think it treated us both all right.
Yeah.
The
I love
beautiful
it.
Bytown Black IPA. For anyone tuning in to hear Joshua that hasn't checked out our show for the first time, the name comes from the idea that I have opened every episode for a very long time saying, welcome inside the TCA studio in beautiful Bytown, Canada. So that's where the name comes from on this one. It is a 10% Black IPA. We had it yesterday. We're going to have it again today. Man, we spent yesterday looking back. It's time to look forward.
Yes.
And we did reference yesterday the name of this thing that you already, before you had left OSEG, had planned. You were sort of looking ahead to. You were doing a website. You had the domain.
Yeah.
Let's not overcomplicate things. Right off the hop,
Yeah.
what's the name of the new project here, man?
So the name of my company is Create or Die. My agency is called Create or Die.
What are you doing?
Fucking what aren't I doing? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
This is what happens when somebody comes 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Now we're getting to that 10%.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
go, Anita.
Right.
Yeah, no. So I mean it's funny because we talked about this as you say, green room conversation on the way in.
Yeah.
It's kind of not been what I planned, if I'm being fully transparent. Like I had a whole master plan, and when I launched,
Can we start with what you did have planned?
Yeah, so what I had planned was launch an agency that handles content production, social media management, all that kind of jazz that I'm like, fairly comfortable with, but also doing like the business strategy, marketing strategy, even like customer service onboarding for certain brands.
Right.
Like basically all the businessy side of things, because I have a pretty substantial background in
Right.
that as well. And those are both of my separate passions. And so any excuse to try and bring those together, I was super down for. And it started out that way. And it kind of just hasn't gone the way I had planned. And we were talking earlier where it's like I had a pretty full stable of clients and I don't anymore, which is weird and was terrifying. And I think it's important to have like transparency, especially if you're one of the 3 young creators who follows me and is like, everything goes to plan. It's like, no, I launched this business and I was like, shit, look at
I think
me.
the old expression is you plan, God laughs. Like whether you're religious or not,
100%.
Yeah. Life's
like-
going this way.
I was like, I got this on lock. And then it was like 1 client drops out, then 2 clients drops out, then another client drops out. And you're like, oh my God, how am I going to feed my children?
Yeah. I guess it's Alphagetti next week.
Exactly. So it's like super scary. But then so one of my longest clients, been close to 3, no, I guess if you want to get technical, since 2019, has been a company called Direct Action Combat.
Yeah.
And it's very ad hoc. And then for the last 2 years, it's been like kind of a monthly retainer thing where I'll manage social and create content and yada, yada, yada. And that kind of, with the increase in free time, my boss, Randy Turner, has just been kind of like, oh, so you have some time. Well, can you do this? It's like, sure. And then it's like, oh, you have more free time. Well, could you do this? And then we have a lot of free time. And it's like, hey, can you come help me like run the business? And it's like the back end of the business,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, yes, I would actually love to do that. And it's kind of what the mandate for my agency was, but I wouldn't feel right saying I'm doing it through my agency. Like, it really is like I am an employee of Direct Action Combat, working like back end and marketing and business dev and like all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of evolved from a part-time thing to an increased part-time thing to essentially a full-time gig. And so I do have, so like I work with a company called Inline Canine, who in a roundabout, very small world kind of way is run by a very handsome gentleman named Josh Rowlands, who is a former JTF2 assaulter and canine handler who worked with my other boss, Randy Turner, at Direct Action.
All right.
So those two guys are kind of like my main gig. I was working with Josh all day today on podcasts and stuff.
Yep.
And then another Josh, J.W. Jones, who's a local blues musician, who is one of my oldest.
J.W. Jones couldn't be anything but.
Right?
Like, it has that.
And I will die on the hill, and if you're not
Bleeding
familiar,
Gums Murphy kind
it's
of.
a great pull. Great pull. I think I'm super biased. He is one of my oldest friends. I love him like a brother.
Yeah.
I will die on the hill that he is one of the best guitarists in North America, easily one of the best in Canada. I think he's fucking insanely talented. And if you're a fan of guitar in general or blues in general, go to Spotify, fucking search JW Jones.
There you go.
And like, legitimately, it's ridiculous that we have a talent at that level in Ottawa.
Right.
Like, it's insane.
That's underappreciated a little bit. Isn't getting the attention.
It's not my place to say it's underappreciated, because I'm sure he feels appreciated.
Sure.
I don't want to speak for him, but I think we take it for granted how good the talent is in the city in general. But just like to have someone like that here who you can go see at the Rainbow,
right,
or wherever downtown, it's like, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, he's so good.
Yeah. Let me put you on the spot then, because I know you like that.
Oh, fuck.
As a guy who's a little overly humble and doesn't like to be publicly critical, what's wrong with TCA?
What do you mean?
You're going to come in. I'm going to ask you, what is it that we could be doing better here in the studio? Maybe it's gear. Maybe it's something that would make guests feel more welcome. Something I've made no secret. I'm awful on social media.
So am I.
I'm not a good.
We talked about this when I got here.
I'm not a good photographer. When I might get a good shot, I don't get the right caption. Maybe I had a clever tweet once, and then it's followed up by I've had a couple of these 10% TCA beers, and now I'm just railing against the Blue Jays late night. Like, what?
We talked about that too. Can't do that this week.
No,
I came here to talk shit.
This is it.
They just swept the Yankees.
Right. What is it, a piece of advice that maybe TCA is doing? Because I don't want to set you loose on some poor unsuspecting other show that isn't. What could I be doing better? What could we be doing better around here? Like, some advice that maybe you would be able to give a different presentation, a different show, Can I give you generic advice? Because it's disingenuous without having done like a deep dive on your business to give you advice. Yeah.
Because I could be like, oh, you need to do
it's bad business.
A, B, C, and D. And you could be doing all of those things and they're just not working. And it's like, okay, well.
Yeah. What could I be doing better?
I think, in my opinion, like right now, ease of access and excess invisibility are the most important things for brands.
Invisibility.
Yeah. So
Because
basically,
like my waist size when I buy new jeans says excess visibility. I've never looked at invisibility.
that's a good one. That's a good one. No, so like I think you need to kind of approach everything. This is such a fucking cliche term. Like I think every social media manager is going to roll their eyes when I say like you need to create a holistic space. But if you're posting like on Instagram, it needs to be Instagram, it needs to be X, it needs to be YouTube, it needs to be Snapchat, it needs to be Blue Sky, it needs to be every platform. LinkedIn, I think, is a platform that's kind of underutilized. It's sort of starting to be utilized a little bit more as a social platform for businesses, not so much for social purposes as it has been the last couple of years.
Yeah, I just had a great lunch at but here's what I'm doing with my business. Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. LinkedIn turned into Facebook for a minute, and that's starting to go away, which is great because I think it's a really strong platform. If you're a business specifically, I don't know how it is for networking necessarily, but if you're doing like B2B stuff, I think there's a lot of strengths there.
Okay.
But you need to be active on it. Baseline consistency is key. Yeah. And so like, talking when we were
1,560 episodes. We're pretty consistent.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking good.
I think people have made up their mind. I'm into it or I'm not.
No, but like that's something like we talked about when we came in. Like I started a podcast in May, the Creator Die podcast. We have one episode. You're welcome. It was something
1,557 behind us.
I know, dude. But it's everyone wants to do something, but very few people have the ability to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
I think consistency is king. And I think there is some stat, and feel free to fact check me in the comments or what have you, where it's like 90% of podcasts never make it past one episode.
See, I've seen the same stat. To me, I've seen more like 6 or 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Where it's like, there are however many 100,000 podcasts on Apple Pods, and like 88% of them haven't cleared 10 episodes.
Well, and so the interesting thing is, and not to get off on a tangent, as we do.
Yeah. For sure. That's why we've been here 2 days in a row, man.
Well, and I think you can speak to this more than most people, is there's also an economy for podcasts who sign podcast deals. And so you'll sign with, and I'm just using this as an example, an iHeartRadio.
Sure.
And you'll get the whole spiel. Like, we're doing this podcast. We love our fans, yada, 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 for like a TV companion podcast or what have you.
Yeah.
And it'll last 24 episodes and it'll fucking disappear.
Yep.
And you'd be like, well, that's weird. Why did that disappear? It was the 2 stars of the show, and this was a really good podcast. Like, why the fuck haven't I seen any episodes? It's like, well, iHeartRadio approached the 2 stars of that episode to do this podcast and act like it was their own, but it's actually just a heavily produced corporate podcast.
Ad, basically.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's an ad for the streaming service that show is suddenly available on.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then it disappears and you never see it again, and you're constantly wondering, oh, I really missed that podcast, whatever. It's kind of getting through that bullshit. And I said on the way in here, where I was like, I don't know how you do this, because I fucking launched my podcast and I looked at my calendar. I was like, I have all this time and I'm going to do all these podcasts. And I have a grocery list of people who I love and respect, who I want to do podcasts with. I have so many missed calls from people who are like, when the fuck are we doing this? And I just don't have the time. And it's so... Consistency is one of the hardest things to nail.
Like, I insist we don't miss Monday. We have nailed that down. Every Sunday afternoon, Rob and I come in, we record something, we will drop Monday morning.
And I don't
Things throughout the week move a little. If the guest came Tuesday and we're talking about Sens, we'll drop it right away because we don't want the next game to have happened. So other things are flexible. We are here Monday. And people... leave that in comments. People leave that in reviews. People, this is my Monday morning. Be consistent. Just get in there. Like this is not a big show. It's just be there when people want you to be there, right?
But I don't think from a listener standpoint, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't think people understand how hard that is to do. Like how hard it is to do what you've been doing for, would you say 1,500 episodes?
Yeah, it's a lot of episodes.
That's fucking crazy.
It's a lot of episodes.
Like I haven't been able to get episode 2 done. I haven't had time.
You just did 2 with me today. I mean,
did.
over 2 days.
I
listener,
did.
2 days.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I
he
came
back.
today. What are you talking about? It was fucking what?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Whoops.
but it's so hard when you're like, I mean, I shoot. So like I have a studio in my house, not as nice as yours. It's so funny, not to divert onto a tangent, but I was literally, I swear on my children's lives, talking about
heavy, man.
Earlier you were saying, like, you were like, well, you have this setup and like knowledge and whatever, but like probably like better than mine. I was literally saying to my oldest daughter as I was leaving, I was like, man, this guy has his audio on such fucking tight lock that like I want to just be like, can you walk me through your workflow? Because I listened to your podcast and I'm like, how the fuck does he get that clean audio? Like,
the spare
I
bedroom.
don't. It infuriates me at time where it's like, I know what I'm doing, but my shit does not sound this good.
But that's always the counter, right? Is if I needed, and I do need to improve our visual, our video, or whatever, you would dominate. Like I would send to you like
a strong word.
Wow, I would send you. I was thinking B and C and D, and you'd be like, okay, here's capital A, and oh, yeah.
I mean,
I care more about audio. Like this is the biggest thing,
but it shows. Not to cut you off, but it absolutely shows. And again,
you're supposed to be now like make sure your podcast is on YouTube. I'm like, I don't wanna. I'm not a talk show guy. I mean, I'm a radio talk show guy, but I don't want to do.
What's funny is I just worked backwards. So like on the direct action side of things, we've done podcasts for the last year.
Yeah,
a little over a year actually, and never launched on audio until last week. We just had not so many requests. We had like 8 requests.
Yeah.
It feels like so many. See those YouTube comments, you're like, fuck off.
Yeah, honestly.
It's so much work.
Notification swipes.
So much work. And it's not cheap. Just for the record, for anyone listening at home, hosting a podcast on audio platforms, not cheap.
No, it's not.
Whatever, if you're thinking like, oh, but I see all these free shows. No. It's like I pay $80 USD per month to host just 2 audio-only podcasts. Yep. That's it.
Yep.
And I don't get to pass along all those costs to my fucking clients.
No.
So it sucks. So again,
this is all to talk to you, good listener. We love you.
Legit.
Yeah.
So kudos to you again for doing that. Because again, this shit, it doesn't happen for free. I reverse engineer. I went from video to audio.
Right.
But like we launched a pretty big podcast on the 30th. So this past week, I don't know when this will
June 30th.
Two weeks ago.
Yep.
And it's done like pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's like, okay, I see. And then, I'm on, are you on Podbean? I'm on Podbean. Okay.
Well, that's not our
distributor.
No, we're on Captivate.
Okay.
I like Captivate a lot, to be honest with you.
I've just always worked in the Podbean ecosystem, so I don't.
And they're good too.
it.
Like I've got no beef. It's just you make your choice. And you kind of
No, for sure. And for me, it's more for like because I manage 3 different podcasts.
Right,
it's easier to like network manage. This is very inside baseball. I'm so sorry.
100%.
Listening.
Yeah.
But seeing the numbers and kind of being like, we're 7 days in to like quote unquote launching our audio, and we're at the point where we can sell ads on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, maybe audio is a really good way to go with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so it's tough because, I look at video and I'm like, I'm doing everything I possibly can. And then, but there's a whole other industry in audio that you're like, fuck, like I'm leaving money on the table essentially by not going audio as well. So then you're adding that to your plate.
Well, and like, as far as inside baseball goes, like this has always been just an audio show. And we were on Google Podcast. It's shut down.
Yeah.
They want you now on YouTube Music. But to do that, you have to put your show on YouTube.
Yep.
This is not a video show. There's nothing compelling at all in terms of video. But they force you to put it up there. So we have to release our entire back catalog.
Yep.
And it's like now, all of a sudden, here's hundreds of episodes that, as far as the viewer goes, that has 0 views.
Yeah.
Well, we just got here. I know
And
it says this was, but it makes you feel and it looks small time.
It's
right?
it's
hard,
definitely-
man.
and-
like
and-
this is not a video show.
It's funny too
I'm a
because,
face for radio guy.
but honestly, it's funny you say that because just from like an optic standpoint, I have the exact same feeling because I had to release. So for those listening at home, to launch onto Podbean, to mass distribute to like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, I think it's Spotify specifically, you have to already have published episodes. And
Yes.
so I published our back catalog, which was all of like, I just took our video podcast. So it
Okay.
was like 6 podcasts.
Rip the audio and throw it up there.
Exactly.
Yep.
And like, so we've done some online podcasts for those who are very interested and want to go look, fact check me. We have a number of other audio podcasts, but it was Zoom meetings and the audio is not very good. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to take that audio. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not good enough to warrant an audio only podcast.
Right.
Cause there is a difference for those who are listening.
Of course, yeah.
If I'm going to watch a video with shitty audio, I want to watch it. I don't want to listen to it, if that makes sense.
I've always said there's like a counterweight that's like
Yes, absolutely.
your show has to be this good for
Yep.
me to put up with this level of shit audio.
I could not agree
and
more.
if your audio's great, I'll tolerate a lower quality conversation.
1,000,000%.
Right, yeah.
There are so many great interviews with people who I have like an undying respect for
Yeah.
that I will not listen to
No,
because the audio quality
it
is so
sounds
bad.
like a fucking Skype call with your Bluetooth headphone. Because it is.
And it's terrible when that happens.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is when you release a podcast that has like any audio issues
Yes.
or where people are talking over each other and you're just like, I can't do anything about that.
No.
You're going to hear a
cringe
little bit.
fucking hard
Oh,
over
dude,
him.
it's the worst. And I'm always, this is just like my mental, this is so inside baseball. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry
I know.
to everyone who's listening.
You're getting
But,
a
like,
sneak peek here.
No,
people.
for reals.
Yeah.
This is like the
This is
real
what
shit.
happens.
This
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
real shit. Is like, I'm waiting for that one comment on YouTube to be like, the audio at 5903 really could. And it's like, yeah, fucker.
I
Like,
know.
I fucking agonized
it
over
too.
that. And there's no way for me to pull that reverb. They're
Right.
both at the same frequency at the same time. for
On
that same-
Bluetooth, earbuds.
Yeah, it's just
You're
like, what do you fucking want from me, dude? Like, it's
but
like,
the
we're not-
counter is just don't release it.
So it's funny. I had this conversation
The good
other
listeners
day.
right now sitting in on a TCA staff meeting like this.
Man, legit.
You're hearing.
It's a very real thing
Yeah.
where you kind of reach a point where you're like, okay, well, what are you stressed about? Are you stressed about, someone calling out the bad audio quality? Like that's your stressor. Is like this podcast you're releasing has some moments of questionable
like my
audio.
takes suck. I'm fine with that. Did it sound good?
Yeah.
Did I
And
say
it's
it
like,
in a good
okay,
mic?
so can you fix it? Well, kind of, maybe, sort of. And it's like, okay, well, fix it or don't release it.
Yeah.
Like if you're really
Yeah.
that insecure about
Yeah.
it coming back and biting you in the ass or being a poor projection of the work that you're capable of doing, then don't release
And
it.
was this like a guest?
And then
I'll
that's
never
on
get
you.
again.
Yeah. So
Like
that
the first time I had Bob McKenzie on. Oh, like that was huge for me.
was that in studio?
No.
Oh, I was like, no, but honestly, I was
Bob's
like,
not coming
fuck,
in here.
how did you
No.
do that? Did he leave his cottage? Like,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
fucking sick.
It's funny because that's how we started talking. We had,
Oh, really?
I was going to say we have cottages. My parents and he have cottages in the same area, and I'm
Nice.
allowed to visit that cottage.
Perfect.
I do not have.
Same,
but that's
same.
how we started trading messages, and it was during the pandemic and whatever else. And my entire conversation with him, he's great.
Yeah.
But I'm like, please, no Wi-Fi dropout, no little
Yep.
artifacts, no whatever. That's what you're dealing with.
Yep.
And if it happens to be that, like me and Rob, my regular co-host, every Monday, if we have a bad show, I'll patch it up. We'll get it out the best we can, and people will get it. This is the Bob Father. It has to happen.
Yeah.
It has to work, right? And you can't miss it.
Yeah, I had a client, Josh, inline canine, my canine client, as it were. Today, like he wants to start doing remote podcasts, and like we're about to do the exact same
Clean
thing
feed.
for direct action.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, I need like 2 or 3 days to really like extensively test. Like I have like a full setup so that we can maintain our cameras
Yep.
and everything that we normally use for the in-studio stuff, but for online. And I was just like, I'm so fucking paranoid about anything going wrong during the podcast. Because, for those who are listening who know, and, Matt, for you, know, like, it's the littlest thing that goes wrong. It's like there's no real backups.
No.
If your audio drops, that's it. It's gone. And so it's like, what redundancies can you put in
Right.
place? How do you acquire said redundancies?
As you and I are sitting here face to face, I've got 3 different things recording here.
Legit.
Over an internet.
Yeah.
Over an internet connection. If it drops, it drops.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is.
It's really scary. And again, it's for those Bob McKenzie guests.
Yeah.
It's like, so for Direct Action, we're working on a podcast with a pretty big YouTuber in the US, and it's like nothing can go wrong for that.
right.
Like there's no margin
Yeah.
of error. Like nothing can go wrong because I know what numbers that podcast will do.
Mm-hmm.
So the audio, the lighting, everything needs to be.
It's got to be right on, man.
Yeah. So it's tough. It's tough, but like it's
I feel like we haven't gotten to what you've been doing.
Well, I was gonna say we're so fucking.
We
ADHD.
honestly,
we're just all over.
you're in the weeds with us here, folks, and you know what?
so
God love
sorry.
you.
We're just
'Cause
talking. I haven't seen you in so long.
I
It's
know,
nice to
man.
just
Because
talk
there's some
to you.
nerd shit that happens here that's just like, what are you doing? What am I?
Yeah, like we
doing?
don't get to talk about this kind of stuff. It's nice to just talk to you.
This is nerd
Truly,
stuff.
like it's nice
100%.
to just do this. I also don't get out much, so it's like nice to just talk to someone who's my age and working in my industry. It's just like this is great.
You have been, we referenced, I was going to say at the beginning of the show, at the beginning of yesterday's show, we referenced that you were unable to make it to our 10th anniversary bash. You were in Eastern Europe, man.
Fuck yeah, I was.
What was going on?
Oh my God. Buckle the fuck up.
Do it, man. Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
So, I got a call from my boss, Randy Turner, at Direct Action.
I thought you were
Combat.
your own boss at this point.
Fuck, I wish.
Yeah, okay.
No.
So
So
this is your MMA boss.
So this is my MMA, my military, law enforcement boss,
Yeah.
former JTF2 assaulter, beauty of a human being, arguably one of the best bosses you could possibly have, and I mean that sincerely. He calls me and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" This is, to be clear, this is November last year, I want to say.
Yeah.
He's like, "Do you want to come to Lithuania at the end of April, May? When did I
Never
go?"
heard anyone say that to me before. It was the end of May.
It was the end of May. Okay, end of May.
Well, unless you were lying to me.
No.
Our thing was May 31st. You said,
Okay,
I'll
so
be
yeah.
in Lithuania.
Yeah. So end of May into April, or sorry, end of May into June. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry.
A couple of 10%.
Fucking these 10%ers, my God. And without hesitation, I'm like, yeah, I'm in 100%.
Yeah.
Didn't look at the dates. Again, it's like at the time, for context, like I knew I was not going to be with the Red Blacks.
Right.
So I was like, yep, I'm doing it. No problems during training camp, but like I knew I'd be gone. So cool, sure, yep. Did not look at where Lithuania was. This is important to the story. Did not realize.
America, right, guys?
Did not realize any sort of proximity to the Ukraine or Russia
Whoops.
at all. Mm-hmm. I was just like, yeah, sure.
there's some shit going
or
on over there.
Lithuania. I was like, sounds exotic. Let's go. Never been to Europe before.
Exotic.
So that was exciting.
Yes.
Didn't ask any details. I was just like, yep, let's do it. And so I fucking went to Lithuania. I went to Lithuania, and it was.
And so what are you shooting? Like, what's the
So-
reason to go?
So here's the thing. So my boss.
Looking for beaches.
Yeah, fuck. My boss was asked to be on this show called the Ultimate Self-Defense Championships.
Okay.
Please look this up on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is the most
We'll link to
Eastern European shit you will ever see. And I mean that in the best way
Yeah.
humanly possible. So what this show is it takes people from different martial arts or combat sports backgrounds and basically pits them against real world
So it's like UFC
scenarios. Oh, it is. And it's fucking amazing. So basically, for example, my boss will be like, okay, you're going to wear, everyone's in safety gear. Not that anyone cares. There's no commission. No one cares. It's all good. You're fucking Lithuania. But like you're wearing safety equipment.
1. Yeah.
And you're going to an ATM to take out money. And then you get jumped by 3 guys, 3 role players.
Okay.
Who are also very accomplished, super jacked
fighters.
martial artists.
Yes.
And it's just basically a show where it's like it puts you in various scenarios. And I won't give away what the scenarios are,
Okay.
but they're like some are pretty straightforward, some are crazy elaborate.
But when we think of the original UFC 1,
Yeah.
sumo wrestler versus karate guy,
So, I'm
amateur
so glad you
wrestler
said
versus this is turnaround from ATM, you versus 3 different actual fighters. Like there's a
Yes, but
Yes.
I'm so glad you said that
Okay.
because
Yeah.
very famous YouTuber Sensei Seth,
Okay.
who is a professional sumo wrestler, was on the show.
Okay.
Beauty of a human being, I might add.
Yeah.
So again, it's literally like you had a jiu-jitsu guy. Oh, I have to be careful what I say here. Castless hasn't been completely announced. There's a jiu-jitsu guy.
Okay.
Josh Beam announced, phenomenal human. Sensei Seth, phenomenal human. Maybe one of the funniest people I've been around. This is a weird anecdote, but since I had pneumonia, I hadn't been able to laugh like an actual full lung, chest, throat laugh. Oh yeah, like legit. It's like fake laughing.
Wheezy.
So ridiculous sounding. Like the first few times I got to full on uncontrollably laugh was because of Seth. Funniest human ever. So yeah, like guys like him. You had a guy who's has a kudo background named Vili. Kudo, craziest martial arts I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. We can circle back to that. If you ever want to see, Shadow Kudo,
Sure.
the most violent combat sport, competitive combat sport outside of MMA, it's Kudo, and it's awesome. Highly because I know you're a combat sports nerd. You need to start watching Kudo.
Okay.
It is so think Sambo, but 10 times more violent. It's awesome. These guys are such savages. It was so cool. So all of our role players were Kudo guys. It was awesome.
Right.
Then you had
So it's sort of like a combination of UFC, but also like set scenes where like, you know somebody's coming at you, but you don't know who or how many.
So that's the thing is like sometimes they would tell you exactly what the scenario is, so you understand the parameters. So if it's a carjacking, it's like, hey, here are your objectives,
Right.
like A, B, C, and D, and here are the rules. Or sometimes it was like, hey, here's a very vague description of what your job is in this scenario. Figure it the fuck out.
Right.
And
so is this for Lithuanian television?
so this is for YouTube.
Okay.
So this should-
why is it set in Lithuania?
So the guy who runs it, Rokas, is based in Lithuania. He's oh my god, what's Kempo? He's a Kempo guy.
Okay.
I think Kempo.
Yeah.
Kempo's Steven Seagal, right? With the dress?
Yeah, I think that's right.
I say that respectfully.
Yeah.
He's Kempo.
Yeah.
So he's a Kempo guy. So it's him and his team, and this is the 3rd season of the show. So it's been on for a while. That's why I say, like, if you want to go look up Ultimate Self Defense Championship, USDC, there are 2 seasons of the show already online. There are some different countries who have done like offshoot series
Versions of it, yeah.
that are just as entertaining. It's the craziest thing, but it's like, again, I say this in a positive way. It's like watching a car wreck. Like it's so encapsulating to be like, yeah, like what do the best dudes do in these scenarios?
Yeah.
Like what?
I'm trained to fight, and someo's carjacking me right now. What would I do?
Exactly.
Right? Like, yeah. Okay.
It's fascinating, and there's no way because trust me, I've tried to figure out the legalities and the insurance side of it. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. How do I produce this in North America without getting sued?
Yeah.
And I haven't figured that out yet. If one of you is a lawyer, call me.
The byword market's most dangerous.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I've tried to figure out how to do it in North America and just license the show. It was so good. It was so entertaining. The range of talent. Also, like one of the guys who was on there, like the talent was crazy because you guys like Krav Maga,
yeah.
guys like Seth, who's like an Oklahoma guy who's just a fucking savage. He was great. And then like Gabriel Varga, who's like legit top of the heap kickboxers in the world, not to mention just Canadian fighters.
Yeah.
Who was on there, who had like role players rattled. Like when you see like a pro fighter taking on these scenarios and just like, it's crazy. I think it's lost on some people where you're like, oh,
We've got to sort of.
you watch the UFC
Right.
and you see 2 equal guys.
Yes.
who both know each other's talent, squaring off. You're
We've
like,
been training for each other for 3 months.
exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Exactly. That's exactly.
I've now
what I'm-
been shocked into.
Yes.
This guy's trying to rob me at the ATM.
where some fucking juice to the gills guy thinks, oh, you're gonna rob the best kickboxer this country has ever fucking seen. And when that guy just like blades his body and powers up for a kick, it's like you don't know what kind of shock to the rest of your life is coming your way.
At some point.
Like it's
In this
crazy.
conversation you and I have had here over the last 2 days, we've established we're fairly old, but of comparable age.
Mm-hmm.
Were you into that 70s show?
Yes, of course.
So there's that day where the cheese guy has been hitting on Jackie, and so Kelso's going to beat the shit out of him.
yeah.
And he just punches him in the stomach.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that didn't look like it hurt him at all. You're like, oh. And so Kelso's suddenly backing off.
Yep.
Right? Like, this is what we're talking about. You could have stood up at the cheese shop, right? Like,
100%. 100%. And so without giving too much away, because the show comes out this fall or early winter, I think I don't want to quote a date.
on Vilnius Channel 3.
Yes, Vilnius, beautiful city, by the way.
I believe it.
I would move there in a heartbeat. I mean that
wow.
sincerely. I was looking up real estate listings the entire time I was there. I fucking fell in love
This guy's
with
got
Europe.
vacation brain.
Oh my God, it was so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my
Kind of
boss...
close to kind of a belligerent neighbor, although so is Canada at the moment.
something like, again, like not inside baseball, but just like a statement of fact. The second last day we were there was when Ukraine did that crazy drone strike
Right.
on Europe where they unleashed the drones.
Out of these trucks. Just
So I
like,
just woke up and turned on the TV, and every single channel was that news story. And
Yeah.
I'm like, can we fucking leave this country? Like, I am
can I get my cab to Vilnius
uncomfortable.
International?
Yeah. Not awesome.
Yeah.
But in any case, so my
Good for
boss
them.
was going to be was a contestant on this show, and I won't go into details because I don't want to give away anything that might lead to like what transpired on
Sure.
the show. There's some crazy shit, and if you'd like, I'm more than happy to come back after it comes out because there's some stuff that I can tell you off mic.
That would be incredible.
That's crazy.
So are you there to shoot the show, or are you there shooting him as a participant?
So
Like,
it originally started out with being like, oh, how much can I say? Okay, so
yeah, I don't want to push you.
No. So it originally started out being like, hey, like, because, you know, and to show what a fucking phenomenal boss is, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but like, he was like, hey, don't pay me to be on this show, but I want you to fly my guy out.
Yeah.
And I want him to be taken care of and just film behind the scenes for this.
The Red Blacks fly you to Regina. This guy's flying you to Vilnius.
Yeah.
It's
Like, he's
a
just
different world out there.
like to put his body on the line
Yeah.
and get nothing in return except for me filming it is crazy to me in and of itself. But like just him to understand the value in that and just again, it's like that's meaningful shit. Like that
of
means a lot
course.
to me.
Of course.
And so that was his whole thing was just like document all the behind the scenes. So we have like a grocery list of content that's going to come out as like almost companion content for the show.
As the series releases.
Exactly. And we'll do some companion podcasts with the guys who were on the show with him.
Yeah.
And so the show culminates with him fighting everyone else who's a contestant on the show, which was, I have some cell phone video that I'll show you. It's just fucking insane. Like there's some, I cannot overstate enough how insane this show is in the best possible way. Like I crushed the first 2 seasons multiple times now. Like I wish there could be like multiple hour-long episodes. It's so entertaining. So anyway, so I go over there and I'm just filming behind the scenes originally. And then just because of the scheduling of the show, because it's very, how do I put it? Like chaotic isn't the right term to use, but there's just a lot of moving parts.
Right.
And uncontrolled variables. So an example that I will vaguely share is, let's say, hypothetically, there's a scenario. So everything's based in scenarios. You got a scenario where this is happening to this guy.
Right. You're being carjacked. You're being pickpocketed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a scenario, and my boss is a part of said scenario. Let's say my boss goes full John Wick in this scenario, and they go, holy shit, this is not safe to run ever again. Let's rewrite how this scenario should go so no one else gets hurt. Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically.
Purely
I
hypothetical.
understand, yeah.
Purely hypothetical speaking.
Would never really hapen, but would have happened.
Exactly. Maybe. Fucking go subscribe on YouTube. Set your alerts on. But then that delays shooting by 3 hours.
Right.
And then so your production schedule is constantly in flux. And so basically what happened was, and I'll tell you the exact details off mic. And I'll come back and I'm not trying to be vague to be cute.
No.
I'll
Once it actually goes up,
Yeah.
we'll do this.
We can talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
But there were certain segments, let's say, of the show that the main production team either had to delay shooting, cancel shooting, or offload to someone else. And I happen to be an able, conscious body on
offload
set.
to me, please.
Well, and so you'll appreciate this later.
Yeah.
But like there were some certain things where they were like, would you feel comfortable doing this? And it's something that's very inside my wheelhouse and is something, and I'm not trying to be cute when I say this, I will look back on, I already look back on, but like I will look back on a few years and be like, it's so crazy I got to do this. And it's one of the coolest things I've ever got to do. And I'm not trying to be coy. And, fast forward to November, December, you're all going to see this content anyway, and you'll get to see it. But it's so fucking cool that I got to do it. And so, long story short, there was a segment of the show, we'll say, where it just basically ended up being like, hey, Josh, do you mind taking this on? Because like something would happen and it's like, we need this to get done. Can you do this? Again, something that I'm very happy to take on. Yeah. And just something I've always wanted to do and it was a phenomenal experience. I feel like such a douchebag for being so coy.
You got to tease,
But,
man. You're in
yeah.
that business now.
But like I got some pictures I can show you after, and it's just oh, you know what? Can I? Oh, no, I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it after. No. I'll tell you about it after.
Josh will tell us the very moment it's safe to come back and
Oh
talk
my God,
about us,
yeah.
and he will be back in...
Because
we'll lure him back with one of these.
Because it is a
beautiful
weird thing to
high
get to
towns
do
and
something where you're like, I would scream this from the mountaintops, and
If I
everyone's
could.
like,
Yeah.
so that NDA you sign,
Right.
You can't
that whole thing.
until we say so.
Right.
So yeah, I got an opportunity to work with some very cool people, and that's all I can really say.
Okay.
And got to direct some stuff that I'm very proud of. And
It's one of those things, like in a million years, how else am I ever in my life going to end up in Vilnius, Lithuania?
That's just it.
Here I am, and this rules, and it's because I've become, to speak for you, because you won't.
No.
I'm this good at this. Like, I should be here.
So I just
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
The
right
guy
time,
has
place, right
earned
place.
his spot to be here and present something like
But
that
like-
and to be part of.
But man, and like I can't overstate this enough. And I'm not just trying to tee up like social media clips for you. But I'll cut them for social media clips.
Beauty.
This show's fucking crazy. Like you got guys like Natan Levy, who's a former UFC fighter, who is on this show, and fucking like, man, and like I haven't even talked about my boss. My boss did so well on this show, and I can't say the result, but one of my favorite things about everything from this was because when they introduced Randy to everybody, and they're like, so they did this huge, massive sit down, and like all the competitors meet each other at once.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this person's this person, this person's this, and this person's this.
Who's getting voted out of the house tonight?
Kind of. It was very Big Brother Survivor-ish.
Yeah, of course, man.
And it was like, Randy. So
He's getting kicked.
if you know my boss is like 5'6", 5'7",
Right.
5'6", 5'5", maybe. Oh, he's gonna fucking kick my ass for saying that. Shorter gentleman, fucking weapon of a human being.
As a UFC fan, like watching flyweight fights, featherweight these fuckers are throwing fists faster than you can even process, and they know what they're doing, and it matters very little that you're 6'3" and whatever.
Yeah. The way the show was teed up, it was, Randy's former Canadian Special Forces.
Right.
I think to just avoid saying JTF2. He's retired JTF2. It's public knowledge.
Yep.
He's also a retired pro MMA fighter. So it's like, take everything that's scary about being a retired JTF2 assaulter and then take everything that's scary about being a retired professional mixed martial artist and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and combine those. And it's like, yeah, that's what you're up against. So all that to say,
We took that guy's gun away, but he can still strangle me, right?
Well,
yeah.
And so that was kind of the cool thing is like the first sit down interview is you had guys being like, oh, I'm worried about this guy, and I'm worried about this guy, and I'm worried about this guy. And it's all the biggest dudes who are on the show, of course, right? Naturally.
Why wouldn't you be? Yeah.
And then you have a couple guys who are like, I'm low-key worried about Randy. Randy scares me. Randy seems like the guy who's probably the most dangerous person here.
Marge, the little guy hasn't done anything yet. You know it's going to be cool.
And man, the payoff, like I wish I were editing that show because just the payoff from that first meeting to the last couple episodes is just so huge. And I am infinitely exciting. And, you know, to tie it all up and put a bow on it, because you just asked me what was being in Lithuania like. And we've been talking for like an hour straight about this.
That was a while ago, yeah.
It's like, it was legitimately, and I really mean this, one of the coolest experiences of my life. I met it's weird. You spend 2 weeks with people, like literally day and night, from like 8 a.m. until 3 o'clock in the morning, every fucking day. Because it's a TV show. So you're running a TV show schedule. You only have so many days to shoot. You got to get everything done. There are people who will, like Leo, shout out Leo. I don't know if he'll listen to this in fucking Thailand, but like Leo.
We're big in Thailand. He'll hear it.
Yeah, we're huge in Thailand. Didn't you know? Jesus, Josh.
Yeah, after he's done listening to the World Junior Hockey Championship talk,
but like,
he'll be in on this.
You meet people in, like, you just click and you're like, oh, like, I love you. Like, you're just like a perfect human being, and like, I can be around you. And like, I'm not an easy person to get along with 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yeah. And it takes a certain kind of person to kind of like punch through that and be like, I actually want to be around you all the time because you put me in a good space.
Your shitty attitude side, I'm going to be here.
Yeah, like it's just like he was like the yin to my yang, and so like there were a lot of people like that. Like Leo's the best example. Where it's just like, I love this dude. Like I would cross the Atlantic again for him without a second guess. Like
Thailand's the other way; it's across the Pacific.
Okay, but I'm thinking Lithuania.
I know.
To be fair,
we're all going back.
But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, no, like just great people, great experience, and I wish I could go into further detail. And again, I'll tell you off mic about the shit because it's just like there's some fucking ridiculous shit that happens on the show that you're like, what do you mean they did this? And it's like,
well, so we have to link to it. Obviously, it's not out now.
It's not out now.
But you'll let us know.
Oh my God!
So when it's time, and then
everyone,
there's no question. Yeah, you'll come back in here, and when we can talk about it, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Look, this has been an interesting open bracket to closing bracket days.
You know what's funny is there's so much we haven't even talked about.
I know.
We haven't even talked about Texas. I went to Texas.
Yeah, didn't we
for the
talk
U18
about that in the first?
No, we didn't even talk about it. We alluded to it.
We alluded to it. Okay.
We didn't even talk about it. Texas is great. You should go.
I don't want to go.
All right, fair enough. Is it because of America?
It's America.
I know. It's
my elbow's up. I don't want to go.
You know what? Here's the thing. I got held up at the border.
You didn't.
They did. But here's, context.
Yeah.
When you tell them at the border, I'm going to work in the United States,
on hockey,
you got to expect they're going to be like, no, you're not.
Dirt.
So
you're one of those northern Mexicans.
It was rough.
I'm not, though.
You know what's okay? So in all seriousness, first off, IHF, lights out on handling the situation and prepping everybody because everyone's going into the country to work.
Yeah.
None of us are working for a United States entity. Period. Can't overstate that enough. ICE, who's probably listening before I go to Minnesota this December.
That's right.
Relax.
Okay.
I work for a Swiss company.
Yes.
I am based in Canada.
Right.
And I am working in marketing, and there is no issue, according to the Canadian Border Service agreement that you have.
Please let me into Duluth.
Exactly. They had set us up for like if we ran into anything that's like, here are the 3 numbers you can call, and we will take care of you. like the best organization, truly.
Okay,
I think one of the best organizations you could work for.
Okay.
The guy asked me for my fucking rental agreement. He's like, do you own a home in Canada? And I was like, no. I was like, I rent. And he's like, how long have you been renting? And I was like 7 or 8 years. I've been in the same place. And he's like, do you have a copy of your rental agreement? And I was like, on my person? And he's like, yeah. I was like,
To cross into...
no, I don't I wouldn't. I was like, I could honestly probably go through my emails and maybe find something, but I was like, no. He's like, are you coming home? I was like, yeah, I have 4 kids.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm coming home. He's
So he
like,
didn't mean, are you coming home to America? He means, are you going into
and
America
so-
and then coming back?
Well, and the funny thing is like, so I don't know if anyone will care about this shit, but like going into the U.S., they're like, why are you going? And I was like, I'm going to work at a hockey tournament.
There's a hockey tournament in Texas. Please believe me.
Well, we were told explicitly and rightfully so, do not lie.
No.
Because like I think if you've traveled to the U.S. for work or pseudo for work over the past 10 years, you're never honest because you just don't want to have that conversation. Yeah. That's all. It's not like any sort of malicious intent, but it's going to be a hassle. Yes. So you just go, I'm going to a conference. That's like the party line is I'm going to a conference. Yeah. I'm going to a talk.
At a hockey rink in Austin, Texas.
So we were told explicitly, like, just tell them why you're going because you're allowed legally. Every ounce of the law, you're allowed to go there.
Yeah.
Tell them why you're going. So I told them why we're going. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Austin, I'm going to Dallas, Texas.
World Under 18.
Yeah, U18 hockey tournament going to work.
Can you believe it?
He's like, you're going to physically work in the United States? I was like, correct. He's like, nope. And I was like, no, I work for a digital marketing team. I was like, I'm a Canadian-based entity working for a Swiss company. I'm absolutely allowed to work in the United States. He's like, no, you are not. I was like, yes, I am. I was like, I can show you
This is where you and I part ways, though. I'm like, okay, cool. I just turn around and go home. Like, I don't want to fuck around anymore.
Your boy needs to feed his children.
I get it.
I'm not walking away.
I get because to me, the other option is I go across that line and I end up in one of those cages you've seen on CBS.
So this is kind of before all the actual craziness.
I guess.
No, so like we were all given letters of invite from USA Hockey, which shout out USA Hockey for providing those.
Sure.
But I was like, no, I'm allowed to. I was like, I can show you all like the citations from like the Canadian Border Service Crossing that like I'm allowed to do digital marketing in the United States and like I don't work for the US company. Give him the whole rundown. He started asking me like how long I've lived in Ottawa, when I was coming back, how many days I would be gone, like normal shit.
Yeah.
Showed him the letter of invite, and then was asking me about like if I owned a home, and then no rental. It's like, okay, show me your rental agreement. I was like, who the fuck
travels
with a rental agreement? And I was like, I can go through my email while we're standing here, and I can try and find something from my landlord, but like it's not something I would have thought to travel with.
No. My rental agreement.
Well, that's just like, what do you want from
me?
My
Minto.
Yeah, like it was just like, okay, I guess.
I can't reach them on the phone at the best of times. So you can only reach them now.
He had my letter of invite, and he was just, I was after I mentioned, I was like, I have 4 kids. Like, I'm obviously coming home. And he's just like, having his trip, handing me all my shit back. Yeah. And that was it. I was just like,
throw it back in the window.
Okay. But now
I'm in it.
Now going over there, like this December, hopefully things are like less crazy, but it's
trending that way. Everything's trending to be less crazy. That's what we've all seen.
It's certainly disconcerting. And again, like IHF has always set us up for success because everyone travels into the country for those events. So it's like we're all on the same page, which again, I think is what makes them such a great organization to work for, is you're all on the same level. It's definitely like you see Canadian citizens.
Can I go to Minnesota at Christmas without ending up in a
ice camp? Yeah, like I would hope so.
I also would hope so.
Is it heated? Like
in Minnesota, it better be, right? Like at least in Texas, you'll be warm. Probably too warm.
And Texas was great. Like I actually really liked Texas. We got to go to. This sounds so fucking dark. I don't know why I pivoted immediately to like went to where JFK got shot.
Oh yeah.
But I did go to where JFK got shot.
Get a selfie and...
No selfies.
At the JFK spot.
That was a whole conversation we had, actually, where it's like, is it wildly inappropriate. It's like
frowned upon.
we were all kind of just like a lot, man. I swear to God, so many people, because they have an X on the
Where
road,
the spot was.
right where he got shot. So many people, because it's a road.
Yeah.
People would run out when there's a red light and go take a selfie. And so
Like the Beatles one in
So we had a
in
conversation,
London.
and it was like, is this?
In poor
This is
taste.
probably really in poor taste. And everyone was just like, yeah, I don't think this is the place to take a selfie. Like, it's just not it. But it's a very humbling place.
Yeah.
Downtown,
imagine.
downtown Dallas was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like good people, good food, great food. The barbecue's stressful as shit. If you go to like a real Dallas barbecue place, it was...
Sure. I mean, they just
Something.
traded their best NBA player ever. Like, they're going to be pretty stressed out.
Did they?
Sent it off to the Lakers, yeah.
Not a
Nikola
super
Jokic.
basketball
No,
guy.
okay. What do you watch? Just fighting, I guess. Lithuanian.
Yeah. I don't really watch. I just watched The Bear. I just finished season 4 of The Bear. Season 3 of The Bear.
All right.
Four.
That's good.
That's it. I'm trying to catch up on UFC.
Oh, you should.
Well,
Skip
I
the
mean,
John Jones bullshit.
Well, so that's what I was going to say. I've been paying the most attention to that, but Poirier is fighting. Is it this weekend or next
I
weekend?
think it's next weekend.
Next weekend. So, like,
I'll
and-
censor that however I have to. When
yeah. Fair enough. But we've talked about him in the past. I think it's
Yeah.
like I'm a day one Poirier fan.
Yeah.
like I want to see him go out on his top. As best as he
100%,
can. I
man.
like Max Holloway too, but like,
Well,
I
we're
fucking-
dealing right now with John Jones being like, I'm going to retire. I don't want to fight Tom Aspinall. And then all of a sudden, Trump comes out. He's like, we're going to have
yeah,
a fight on the White House grounds
Yeah.
with 20,000. And all of a sudden, John Jones like, actually, I'm back in the pool. And you're
he's
like,
re-entering the testing pool.
same with Conor McGregor,
Yeah.
who wouldn't fight Michael Chandler. I'll fight too. It would be an honor. Like, you fucking clown.
It's exhausting to try and.
I've said
follow
it
the
a bunch
UFC.
of times online, man. Like, it's tough to be a UFC fan right now. Like, I'm embarrassed a little bit.
It's funny because so my boss and I were driving out of Toronto to do a thing. Let's
Sure.
just put it that
Okay.
way. Last week, and so again, he's former legit pro
Yeah, yeah.
MMA fighter, and so we talked a lot of MMA, and we were just like basking in the glory days of like what I called, and I believe if I'm not, I don't want to talk shit. You're a wrestling fan too, eh?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So I called
Oh,
it,
yeah.
So I called it the Attitude Era
Yeah.
of the UFC. It's like your Chuck Liddells, your Forrest Griffins, your GSPs, your Matt Hughes, the Carlos Condits. It's like that
Tito
was like
Ortiz.
Yeah.
You mentioned, like
it
all.
was the Attitude Era.
There
of
were
the UFC.
huge names. Randy
Huge.
Couture,
Yes.
right? Like, it was
Lyoto
incredible.
Machida,
Yeah.
Damian
Yes.
Maia. Like
Yes.
you had like
Huge names.
it was
man. Huge
killer
names.
after killer.
And now they
after
sell
killer.
fights based on the name. It's UFC
Yep.
3, whatever, as
Yep.
opposed to.
Could you name anyone in the top 3 in any weight division right now?
I could, but it's
Could you
only-
really?
Oh, yeah. Like,
Oh my God.
No, when you walk through, like Tom Aspinall right now in
Yeah.
the heavyweight division, you're talking about guys like Ilya Tapira.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about guys like. I came in so boastful, and now I'm
I was
already
gonna say it's like all right, all
Yeah,
right.
no, I know.
Keep going.
Volkanovski down in
Yeah.
the lightweight division.
Yeah.
There's like, it's just they sell on the card now,
Yeah, they don't
more
look at
than on the
fighters.
name.
Yeah.
And that was speaking of being a wrestling guy. We don't want The Rock and Stone Cold to be able to walk away and sewer our business.
Yeah.
So we don't create one star anymore. We come to your town on the WWE name or the UFC name, and you'll buy that.
Yeah.
As opposed to buying, wow, I'm getting a George St. Pierre fight. I'm getting a Triple H fight.
Well, do you remember like the build-up, like the one we were talking about on the way down at Toronto?
Yeah.
Was like Dan Hardy versus GSP. That was one of the most built-up
Yeah.
fights I would say in the history of the UFC, which might sound ridiculous to anyone.
But it
who's
wasn't.
been, like
It's
watching for like
in the moment.
last 10 years. At the time, like
and it's
they
just how do you
sunk
sell a fight?
they
Like,
sunk
it's-
$1 million into
Yes.
the Countdown show. That was the first time they had spent
Well, Matt Serra.
7 figures.
Matt Serra was a nobody.
Yeah.
And then he clips GSP.
Yep.
And now you're a thing. Now you're a guy. We're going to sell you in
For a
Montreal.
for a hot minute.
Yeah.
For a hot minute.
This is it, man.
Shout out Matt Serra. I love
Fucking right, man.
great
Good
podcast.
for you.
Great podcast.
Yeah, him
He's
and
got
Jim
great-
Norton, right?
Yeah. Well, he's also got a solo like nerd podcast.
Oh,
That's
okay.
very good.
there was, for a time, a UFC show with him and Jim
Unfiltered
Norton.
or whatever. I
Yeah,
think it was
that's
called.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time, Jim Norton was on Opie and Anthony, which
Yeah.
I loved, and they fell
such a
apart.
good
And
show.
Anthony went crazy, and
He really fell out. Opie and Anthony was like,
Beauty,
as
man.
as
Good
Canadians, I don't
shit.
like. I didn't have XM radio, but like YouTube was my friend for that.
Same.
Listen to that
you can
all the
still
time.
listen to all those
100%.
old episodes on
Dude, like
YouTube.
this sounds so dark. We're going down a weird path. We're just like,
Is anyone still here?
I know it's just us. But like, if you go listen to like the 9/11 episodes,
Yeah.
of like Howard Stern and
Yes.
Opie and Anthony and those, it's just like
They
it's
went and met in like Long Island and
Yeah.
recorded out there.
It's a
on-
very weird slice of history.
Yes, it is.
But like
But it's real. It happened.
exactly, just that's just it. It's like it's an interesting way. Again, 'cause we're very similar in ages. Like I was in high school when that happened.
Yeah,
it's like
same.
you can go back and just be like, oh yeah, that's everything that happened on that day.
I'm sitting in the cafeteria. My buddy's like, "Did you hear that some plane flew into the World Trade Center?" And I'm like everybody else. I'm like, "That's fucked up. Like, what an idiot. Like, was he suicidal? Was he
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're thinking some little prop job?" And then I went down to some other room in the school and like, "Oh fuck." Right? Like
Dude.
this is a thing. Like
I remember I was in tech class.
Yeah.
My second period of the day, and I remember it was on because we had TVs in all of the classrooms, and it was on CNN, and the first tower had been hit,
Yeah.
and it was on fire, and you were like, okay. And I remember watching the TV and being like, oh wow, they're like demolishing the World Trade Center. I was like, oh, they're like tearing it down or whatever. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the second plane hit,
Yeah.
and you were like,
oh,
what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And then
Now
like the rest of the day was just insanity.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking insanity. How the fuck did we get on a 9/11 from Dustin Poirier fighting next week? UFC. What happened? What is wrong with us? So I was in Lithuania.
You've been here
It was
before,
great.
man. When I
was-
do a couple of shows, I'm like, they'll keep for the summer. I don't know what we've done here.
I can't wait to see whatever trailer clip or whatever copy you use for this.
Yeah.
What do you want to know about the Red Blacks or 9/11? Like, we got you covered.
Wow.
Or Lithuania. Also, Berstonis,
Honestly,
Lithuania.
yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
Sure.
Did you see the room I got to stay in?
No.
Oh my God.
Okay, coming full circle.
It
back
was
around.
like,
It's not like a single bed in a European hotel, which a lot
it
of them
was
are.
straight up 1976 Coke dealer, Scarface level, 5-star resort.
Find anything
hotel.
cool under the bed? Or...
Suede walls.
Suede.
I swear to Christ, it was the weirdest room I've ever been in my life. It was awesome. Everything about that experience was awesome.
Did you... I'm going to ask this as
Please.
the final question.
Okay.
Did you shit a lot?
Did
Is
I
it-
shit a lot?
It looks like the food. I've had a couple of buddies who've been to Lithuania.
No.
Who said like it's like a fish meatball in a stew.
Oh,
and,
okay. So fair question.
Yeah,
Fair question.
yeah.
No. So the show was catered.
Okay.
And
so you get Big Macs and
no. I want to say I wish, but I kind of wish I did not try European McDonald's. I dropped the ball. Never had the opportunity, unfortunately.
they got wine at the.
I know. I fucked up. But like
PK.
there was literally no fast food restaurants anywhere near where I
No.
was staying.
within like 6 countries in any direction.
Legit. Like it was kind of crazy. I was hoping to. I saw a lot of billboards for McDonald's, but I never saw a
Actual
physical
gold
McDonald's.
marches, yeah.
No, so honestly, all of the food that we ate almost for the duration of the entire show was Turkish food.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what the decision was based on that, but it's just like a lot of like
What is
clean
it, like-
carbs and meat.
a lot of
It's
duck,
a lot of
a lot
kebabs,
of goose.
a lot of like hummus, and like it's just like almost like oh my god, what am I trying to
There's
say?
no cows.
Like
That's it.
shawarma
In there's no
kinda
cows
stuff.
in
No,
Europe,
no,
Eastern
no.
Europe. It's
No, it was a lot of chicken.
yeah.
But I ate Turkish food almost the entire time I was there exclusively, and it was fucking delicious. The last second or third last day, they took us out to dinner or lunch rather, sorry, where it was a traditional Lithuanian meal where we had like the pink beet soup, which is like sour milk, kind of like
it's good for the blood pressure.
it was like a fermented. You know what? It wasn't fucking bad. It was pretty fucking good. So we had that, and we had like the meatball caked in potato kind of thing. But it was one meal out of the entire time. Every meal we had there was Turkish.
Okay.
I did discover these fucking. Okay, like not to go on a fucking another tangent, but
Where else have we got to go at this point?
oh my god,
We're out here.
they had these pre-packaged croissants, and they were like jelly-filled croissants. They're like 89 cents at the grocery store, and at the hotel we were staying at, hotel is a very
grandiose
generous term.
Yeah.
No, like that's not a shot at the production.
No.
It was actually a really good setup,
Sure.
but calling a spade,
Yeah.
not a hotel.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it's called like Terrible Hotel or something like that. I had to look up the name. Anyway. They had all these fucking croissants laid out, and I can't eat gluten. First off,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
so I shouldn't be having these. But like, I'm not a breakfast person, so I
shouldn't
would
be
grab
having
them
these
to throw in my
beers
bag.
either,
I know, fuck. I'll deal with that later.
Good luck tomorrow.
I know, thank you.
Don't text me.
So I was like, oh, like I'll just throw these in my bag and then have them, because we were legit working like 18-hour days, and so I would have them at like 1 o'clock in the morning when we're trying to wrap shooting and shit. And I was like, oh my god, these are fucking delicious. And those became my obsession, where I would go to, there was a grocery store about maybe 500 meters from where we were staying, and I would walk there every morning, get new energy drinks, which is a whole other story, and these
Get there, right?
croissants. We did not get there. It was so many energy
We will.
so anyway, my favorite cuisine that I had from Lithuania, is a long way to say, is these fucking prepackaged croissants, which I've not been able to source in Canada. I've come close, but I am still on the prowl for any European like import food place that has the exact cheap, shitty, overly processed croissants that I was eating every morning, because they were my favorite fucking thing in the world.
I was going to wrap us up, but you did post on your social media, like finding recognizable F1. There was an F1 flavored, like
The Lewis Hamilton monster.
I'm curious, because you've come in here before on a day or two, not up for a pint, so you'd bring an energy drink. You found one or two over there.
I think I found 15.
Okay. And they have like their whole, like a whole different world of...
It was like, it's funny because like my boss, like we've traveled together a decent amount, but like I'm very, not to be like whatever, I'm independent. Like I'll just go do my own thing and whatever. And, and so we would like go to the grocery store. If we were in a random location, there was a grocery store nearby. So we'd go, and he would see, my reaction to like these aisles of energy drinks that I've never laid eyes upon before. And he's just like,
Names I've
you
never
look like a
seen."
child on Christmas morning. Like, this is the most ridiculous shit. Because it was like genuine through and through happiness.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
These are new. I've never seen
this
these.
is why I'm on Earth.
The day that you and I are recording this, there was a tweet put out, you know, as we're trying to lower trade barriers between provinces here in the It's like Alberta's going to allow more Ontario cars.
I saw that, yeah.
And Ontario's going to allow more Alberta beers. I'm like,
Here for
let's
it.
go.
Here
Let's see what that's all about.
And booze. So, like, we get some more
Spirits
Alberta
and
whiskey.
wine.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Let's go, man. So.
So that was like, that was a whole part of my trip. But I will say, you know, and I had the Lewis Hamilton one, which I saved for almost my last day in country. And I bought every energy drink I could find and traveled with them. And then eventually, for the last 2 days, taste tested them. Because my plan was I was going to throw out all my clothes. And I'm not kidding when I say this. Because there were so many energy drinks that I'd never seen. I was like, So I'm, for context, I'm a very
I'm wearing a Leaf shirt. I feel like that
No,
after every
but, like,
game 7.
no,
Like,
but I'm
get out of here.
I don't know what to call it. I'm sure it's like some legit like trait. Let's just say
Okay.
where like I just travel with like 3 pairs of the exact same pants in 3 different colors.
Sure.
And I think I travel with 8 black t-shirts, and that's it.
Okay.
Like legit, same
Okay,
t-shirt,
yeah.
just all black, and that's it. I'm just very straight traveler, I guess, in that sense.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm gonna throw all of this out so that I can maximize the amount of drinks I can fit in my luggage to take home. As I did in Texas, I traveled with 14 or 15 energy drinks home from Texas. I maxed out my weight. It was like 49.9.
America's kind of crazy. Like,
Yeah. So it was very. I was just gonna repeat that.
Yeah.
And I tried. I think through happenstance, I just tried one of them. I was like, I need caffeine. I'm just gonna have this one while I'm waiting for this setup for the show. Just out of a moment of desperation, and it wasn't good at all. Like it was not good. It was very like
I had to say that a time or two on this show.
it was sub good.
Yeah.
And I was
this
like,
brewery. I don't like this beer.
yeah, and I was like, oh no. And so it was a fairly large brand over there, and I was like, most of my drinks are this brand, and so it kind of got in my head, and I was like, ah, shit. And so I set up in my hotel room, my Scarface hotel room, and I just bulk tested like 6 of them.
Sure.
So I had one and it wasn't good, and I was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't waste the time reviewing that, because
Right.
it's like as you know, you're setting up for shit. It's a lot of time and energy, and you
Right.
gotta edit this shit, and it's just like,
That's
okay.
That was a waste of time.
exactly. So I filmed 3 previously, and I didn't like any of them, and I was like, uh-oh, this is not good. And then I had, like, towards the end of the trip, I had one more, and it was bad, and I was like, fuck. And so we got to Scarface Hotel, and I was like, I'm just going to do them all at once. And so I literally did, like, a flight of shitty energy drinks, and they were all terrible. And that video will come out eventually.
Yeah. But there was one you posted that was.
But the Lewis Hamilton one I
yeah.
saved to the end, and
I think you were already home when you posted it.
oh,
were you not?
I posted
Yeah.
it. Yes,
Like, just a few
week
days
ago.
ago.
A
Yeah,
week,
yeah,
a week
yeah.
ago. A week ago. Thank you,
Some
Matt. It was a
recent time.
week ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks ago.
Sure,
Maybe
could
2
be,
weeks ago.
could be.
Shit. Yeah, maybe 2 weeks ago. It's so fucking good. And like I was really I genuinely saved that to my last night in Lithuania. And I had that the entire trip. I got that as soon as I got there because I was worried you wouldn't be able to find it anywhere.
Right.
And you could get it
So,
everywhere.
you had an eye out looking for it.
Yeah, because I haven't ever found it in North America. And so, like, I am mentally ill, and I look at all of these exotic
Same thing,
candy
right? Like when my
stores.
parents go camping in the U.S. or before they started doing crazy shit at
Yeah.
the border, they used to take the trailer, and I'm like silly shit. Like, find me the Stone Cold Steve Austin IPA
yeah.
and bring a couple
Yes.
of those back or whatever.
Could not find in Texas, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That was mine.
My sister
main
found it
goal.
for me at a grocery store in upstate New York and brought it home as a. But yeah, you're like, just it's silly shit. It's fine for that, but yeah, it's. Am I going back for it? Am I going to look
That's
hard
just it.
for it? Like, get it now, because I don't think this
But
is going to be
it's
a thing.
it's funny you say that because I tried 3 liquor stores in Texas to get the Stone Cold IPA, and it was sold out every single time. For 19 days, I tried to order it almost every day.
Yeah, 'cause
couldn't
why
get it.
not? Have some fun with it. man.
Apparently, it's very good. Good.
It's good. I'm going to send you home with one. Actually, I got one left.
Fuck
I am
off.
going to send it
Oh
home.
my
with
God. Are you serious?
I am absolutely
Oh my
sending
God, I
you
might cry.
home
Oh my
with
God.
the Stone Cold Steve
Oh my
Austin
God.
IPA.
For you?
And you know what? I'm only going to do it if you promise to turn it into some TCA content.
So I was
That's
going to say,
the trade-off.
no, you know what's funny? I was going to
That's
say, I was like, for you, I will do a video taste testing this 100%.
That's what that's gonna be.
100%. Okay. Fair trade. I love you. You're amazing. So yeah, no, you couldn't get this monster in North America at all. No one ships it in. No, nothing. Like, I'm willing to pay upwards of $20 a can to try anything I haven't tried before.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it. I ended up with getting about 12 cans of it before I came home. I flew home with 4. Fucking phenomenal. And there's a Lando Norris one out now if you're an F1 fan that I have to try and source. So we'll see what happens.
So I'm going to be real with the good listener right now. I'm going to be real with Joshua right now. This is what I always wanted the show to be.
Oh, no.
Dumb shit, pub talk across the table. I've had a beer. I'm going to say some things. You've had a beer. You're going to say some things. It doesn't always pan out that way. And today / yesterday,
Yes.
it panned out that way, man. I am so glad you came in. I'm happy to hear, about everything you've got going on, everything that's new, where you've been, what's going on. We're going to link to as much of it as we can. And obviously, when it actually drops, what you did over in Lithuania, we're going to drag you back in here.
I will absolutely. I would love to do almost like a Matt reacts
that
type
would be
episode
fun.
shit.
That'd be cool.
Because I'm so excited for you to see the absolute. For the listeners at home who have hung in there, first off, kudos.
You've been through some.
This is fucking ridiculous. This is
You have sat
you're
here
great.
for a bunch of
You're
pub
great.
talk.
You're the
We love
hardcore.
you.
You're the
Yeah.
hardcore of the
Yeah.
hardcore. When you see the kind of Eastern European shit that goes on in this fucking show, that if anyone at home watches, they're like,
Slightly Borat.
you're like, you can't do this in Northern. It's like, you're right.
No.
You can't. And that's why we shot this in
This is why we're
Lithuania.
in Vilnius. Yes.
It's so fucking good. I genuinely, not just because I'm a part of this,
Yeah.
I cannot wait for you to see this show.
This is one of the most fun shows I've
my God.
ever done. Like, it's just being able to sit around, have a couple of pints, pull the curtain back for the listener.
Shout out 10%ers.
May have all happened in one day. I don't want to spoil anything for you. May have all.
No. Might explain why I'm slurring my words a little bit. Maybe, I don't know.
This was so much fun, man. I'm glad you came in. Dude,
it was my pleasure.
Always
Thank you.
enjoyed all the work you did for OSEG around the Red Blacks, around the 67s. It was really exciting to see what you were putting out there under a new umbrella, pushing your own thing forward, off to Eastern Europe, man. It's been so crazy to follow. It's been so cool. Hit us with the plugs once more. What do you want people to follow? What do you want people to be, subscribing to? Where are we going here?
Tall Can Audio. Yeah, subscribe to
They're
Tall Can
already,
Audio.
I think they're in on that. It's
I mean, so on
your IG's sweet.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can go just follow Arms Race Pro. I'm terrible at, like, I have a full agency Instagram that I do not support at all because I'm too busy. Matt and I were talking about this on the way in. We're just like, I need to hire someone just do my social media because I don't have time to do the thing that I like charge people to do. Just fire like at Arms Race Pro. That's it. Like,
Create or die.
Yeah, it's all interconnected. Everything I post on Arms Race is on Create or Die.
Yeah.
That is related. Thank you for like everything.
Dude, this was so
No, but
much
like,
fun.
but for reals, like it means a lot, and it's weird, kind of transitioning out of like the Red Blacks and CFL realm into like the private sector, as it were,
Sure.
in the crazy sector, as it were, which is a little outside your box a little bit, and I appreciate you still keeping me in your box.
I just want to hang out with cool
No,
people
I-
and have a pint.
I know, and you're like whatever, but like it means a lot, and like I don't get to do this a lot, and so it means a lot. Not to be super redundant.
It's a great word.
I'm a little drunk. No, but like for reals, like it means a lot. And anytime you want me to just fucking come and ramble on here
Absolutely, man.
after a couple 10%ers,
We may throw down 3 or 4 more episodes here today.
fucking honestly, if you don't kick me out of here, I might.
Yeah.
But no, thank you for like the years of support. It means the world to me. Oh my God. Are you pulling off the most faux pas podcast thing ever? This is amazing. It better be the fucking Prime Minister. Who is it?
Like groceries.
Oh my God.
I thought we'd have like an hour in between.
Shout out Instacart.
Yeah. Honestly, man, this has been so much fun.
Thank you so
Always have loved when you've come in.
Legit.
And, give us a little peek behind the scenes and what's going on in
Yeah.
your world. And now it's moved off the CFL. It's moving into the fight thing, which is right up my alley. You got a lot going on. Create or die. We're going to link to as much as we can
Thank you. Appreciate you.
as we move through the summer here. 'Cause,
Yeah. And like hey man, if you ever want to like just talk UFC shit,
Yeah.
just call me.
Yeah.
Or text me. Like whatever.
We'll meet up. We'll have some 10% beers and we'll mumble at each other.
I don't know how much 10% more. Like, I just remember for a second. God damn,
good stuff,
These are so drinkable.
The problem,
That's the scary thing is
this is it. We
these
were
are
saying
fucking
at the brewery,
phenomenal.
problematically tasty. You're at 10%. I need some extra hoppiness. I need a
Yeah.
speed bump. I need
Yes.
something to
Yes.
remind me.
Yes.
Take it easy here, pal.
Yeah.
It's not in there.
So I've had 2, and I could lay down on your floor and go to sleep right now, like straight
What
up.
you got to do, man?
Like these are, but I have to go. Like I have to go be a responsible adult.
I have to remember to have children and be a parent.
Yeah, like it's like I have to be a responsible adult, and so
Right.
it's like I'm gonna be pounding waters and sobering up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we'll see what happens when we shut the mics off.
Let's do this again in like 3 months.
Oh,
3 minutes? We can do the 3 minutes. I'll
We'll
talk to
wrap
you all
it.
night, bro.
yeah, 100%. You are a beaut. You're one of my favorites. You're one of the
Ditto.
guys who works very hard in this market. I'm so pumped to see what you've been able to expand into and get people's attention on, and now turn it into your own thing.
Thanks,
Arms Race Pro on social media, Create or Die on social media. We'll link to all of it, man. But thank you for doing this, buddy.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure, truly.
We will wrap up this/these shows. Power to
Weeks
you, good
apart.
listener. Power to you.
Legit. Your attention to like hang in there in the pocket. You're a fucking champion.
We love you. That's where we will wrap this one up. Another summer edition of the Talk-In Audio Podcast. For Joshua O'Connor, my name is Matt Robinson. Thank you so much for listening. We are on social media. It's brutal, but you can follow us there at Talk-In Audio. Subscribe to the pod wherever you're hearing us right now. We'll catch you next time.
It's TCA Summer Session.